and help us spread the word, because I'm convinced that this room will be completely packed very soon, right? Thank you for your resilience in sticking with us, following us around these past few months. This will be our new permanent RTP location. We're incredibly grateful to Alexandria Realty for offering us this space. They are, for most people who, I had not really even heard of them, and Preston can speak more to this, but they are true leaders on the innovation side, on the life sciences side. So they're a well-kept secret, it seems, in our own backyard, but they have done some amazing things, not only locally, but they're in Boston, San Francisco, New York, and I believe San Diego, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Seattle, yeah. But again, building these innovation campuses to bring life science companies together for research, but also to provide startup space. So with that, we're going to get started. We have Liliana Cantrell from Sweetie Pie Organics. She is actually part of our Where Are They Now series because she presented prior to her launch about 3 years ago. So we're excited to have her, and with that, I'll let you take it from here.
Thank you so much. So, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited to be here again. I'll try to do my best with the mic. My name is Liliana Cantrell, and I'm the founder and CEO of Sweetie Pie Organics, a line of organic functional foods for moms-to-be and new moms. I presented here 3 years ago, and we had almost no distribution. And today we have national distribution with major US accounts. So I myself am coming from the baby food industry, infant formula category. I work with top brands such as Nestle and HIP. And I have started Sweetie Pie because I knew where the market pain was. Infant formula category is bleeding market share to breastfeeding. More and more moms want to breastfeed because there are so many benefits associated with breastfeeding. The pediatric community recommends exclusive breastfeeding up to 6 months. New generation chooses to breastfeed. Last year, 80% of moms chose to breastfeed, and 70% of moms had a problem with their milk supply. If a mom doesn't have enough breast milk, her baby is not in any heavy feeder store, Wegmans and H-E-B. Our velocities in the grocery channel are up to 12 units per week per store in the high velocity stores. These major accounts, these major retailers, they back us up because we bring the millennial consumer to their stores. And our marketing strategy is also developed with the millennial consumer in mind. Our products are endorsed by medical professionals, lactation consultants, pediatricians, and we have reached 50,000 millennial moms last year through our Mom Brand Ambassador program. So we are building a profitable company. And our rule of thumb for our margins, for all our products, that is 50% across all product lines. We believe from our historical sales, we have learned that 20% of all our customers who have ever tried to purchase Sweetie Pie Organics product, they turn into heavy users, which means that they consume 1-2 products a day for several months, from the moment of birth up to 6 months. We believe that our market opportunity, obtainable serviceable market size, is $250 million. So in other words, if we put a lactation smoothie in the hands of every mom in the States that breastfeeds and has a problem with her milk supply, based on our historical conversion rates, they would generate $250 million in sales a year. And that's only for lactation. So we are closing this year at $500,000 We are projecting to be at 10 million by 2023 and up to $100 million long term. We have entered Walmart this year, 450 stores, and Target.com. We are doing fantastic in these channels. So how we are going to do that? It's an ambitious goal, right? Our growth strategies are: first, develop business with existing accounts. Second, add additional doors, make it more accessible for young families. Third, become a complete solution for a young family from the moment of conception when they have a problem with fertility up to the late postpartum stages. Bring the product innovation to the market. We actually have 2 new products coming this year. We have built this wonderful foundation for growth. It's a self-funded company, and now in order to scale, we are raising and round outside capital. So the capital will be used as a working capital for marketing, fulfilling pretty much orders, and so working capital. If you are an angel, or you know an angel who is interested to find out more about Sweetie Pie Organics, please let's talk. I'm here also, for advice, feedback, expertise, anything. Please let's talk. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Do you already have a lead investor? Do you already have a lead investor for your company?
Yes, we do. We are raising $400,000 in the form of a convertible note, and we have already closed $82,000.
Just because of the new facility, we haven't hooked up our tossable microphone yet, so when you have a question, you may have to repeat it so everybody can hear, or just speak up if you would. Surely we have questions.
I have a question about product. This product should be refrigerated always. So can you deliver directly to your client?
Yes, the product is shelf stable, but after you open it, we use no preservatives. But after you open it, you have to consume it in 24 hours. We do direct consumer sales through Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon.
You're going after 3 markets: fertility, pregnancy, and postpartum. Are you doing research in any of these areas, or because your fertility is a very broad area of medical research? So what are you doing in those 3 areas besides your product here?
I'm going to repeat.
Thank you so much for the question. The question was, you're going after 3 markets: fertility, birth, and postpartum. Those are very complex markets, large markets. What are you doing in terms of research? What kind of research are you doing to go after this market? So that's a great question. Thank you so much. It's a long-term vision. At this point, our research is based on marketing research. So looking at market size, what's available in the market. Were you asking about scientific research or market research? What kind of research?
Scientific research.
Scientific. We usually invite advisors who have expertise in the domain, and they help us with identifying products and ingredients that have scientific proof and are backed up by science that they work.
Can you talk a little bit about distribution and just advocacy from medical professionals in terms of growing your business?
Sure. So,
Let's repeat again, Liliana, if you would repeat
Sorry
the
about
question.
that. Yeah.
With the air, it's hard to hear.
the question was talk about distribution and advocacy from medical professionals. So first, distribution. We have two major distribution channels. One is brick and mortar physical channel, which are physical stores, and the second one is online direct-to-consumer, which is fulfilled by Amazon. Amazon has 200 million customers, and we all know, it's a given reality that that's the most powerful retailer in the United States, one of the most powerful. So having our products in brick and mortar presents a great opportunity for a first trial and gives us a competitive advantage. And then when the mom likes it, she buys it at the grocery along with groceries, she goes to Amazon and buys it on Amazon because it offers convenience and it's delivered to her door. But this offers us a huge competitive advantage because when Amazon has unlimited, anybody can go online. The shelf space is limited. So if you got the shelf space, it's that much. It's really hard to get in. Being one of the first brands that gets on the shelves puts us ahead of all the potential newcomers that potentially can target this market. As for medical community usually, as many of you who are in the pharmaceutical field or you know that they are open to products that give them a solution and help their patients. So that is what we are offering to the medical community.
Yeah, no, go
What
for
are
it.
distribution quantities? Are there minimums? If you go to the grocery store, you can buy one, Amazon, a dozen. What kind of packaging have you envisioned?
Yes. So the sales unit in the retail looks pretty much like this. On the shelf, it's $2.98, and it's an impulse purchase. It's bright, it's delicious. You try it, especially it's an impulse purchase. It comes in a case of 12, and that is how we sell it on Amazon. They usually we recommend taking 2 to the hospital before they give birth. So drink one and then another, and then they order it online in 12, or buy it all together with the grocery. Yeah, we do sell to, like I said, we don't use distributors, we do direct. So they pretty much pick the products and pallets from our warehouse, and then they use the internal logistics system to spread through the stores.
Go ahead.
How are you partnering with the medical professionals and what are the moms and ambassadors that go on the other side?
Yeah, the question was how do we partner with medical professionals and what is the Mom Ambassador program? We go to, with medical professionals, we go to places where we can reach several medical professionals at once. So we go to conferences. We usually go to 2 conferences a year with lactation consultants. And we also have a special program for lactation consultants. They can request products, and we have a budget to provide them with free samples that they give to a mom. The mom tries it, and then she converts into a consumer. Mom Ambassador program, it has two ways to work with ambassadors. First, just active moms, digitally active moms, real moms who like our product, they try it, we don't pay them, and then they recommend it to their friends and family. And the second one, we work with prominent influencers, and that drives the most awareness and traffic. And those are people who write specifically for our demographic target group. And we usually audit them looking at their website, blog traffic, and so they go through a very rigorous auditing process.
Have you thought about, instead of innovating like earlier in the mom phase, innovating later? Like, because I was just thinking, if you already introduce products to mom to know how tasty it is and your base organic, maybe innovating in childhood, like their children, instead of going earlier.
Yeah, that's a very great comment and question. There is an opportunity going into the baby food category. It's a large category, it's consolidated, but long term, when we are like, okay, where else we can go? We are $250 million today, so what's next? Then we definitely will be expanding, other branching categories.
Yes, I'm going to ask you, what do you manufacture? Is it domestic, overseas, or what do you manufacture from?
Yes, it's domestic. We use USDA and FDA certified co-packers.
Liliana, did you have difficulty? What was the challenge, or what was that experience like trying to find a manufacturer who you could work in? Is that manufacturer here in North Carolina, somewhere else in the U.S.? Can you speak to that?
Yes, finding a co-packers might be challenging. Especially for smaller brands, because people usually like big brands with volumes, right? And they don't know what kind of volume would a small brand generate. But we had a very strong support from Tetra Pak, and Tetra Pak is a company that invented this technology, and they supply the caps and the paper. So Tetra Pak believed in us, believed in our mission, and that's a large company. They helped us identify and negotiate with co-packers. They pretty much did all the heavy and hard work for us, and found the co-packer.
Any last question? We have time for one last question. All right, go for it, Dominic.
Pricing on the product compare with your competitors in the market?
The price is very competitive. That's how we usually come up with cost of goods sold from the price on the shelf. So to come up with the price, with the cost of the product, we usually study what the competition does, and then we deduct our margin. It has to be 50% on retail margin, and we talk with the co-packer, like, can you be at this price? Or we press on ingredient suppliers, like, we need you to be at this price. And also we can tweak the formulation to meet the requirement to get a certain level.
With that, Liliana, the time is up, but thank you very much.